Right. The bleeding obvious. Let's see who comes on first, shall we? If anyone. It's a funny time. Is it Tuesday? I don't know. It's these weird weekends where you get loads of time off, isn't it? It's Tuesday apparently. Yeah. I've just sent out an email, by the way. So if you're on my email list, you will have received it. I'm doing a live training video tonight for the guys in my May Swing Challenge group. It's 7:30 this evening. They will be watching. I'll be going through problems with them and telling them what happens next, because the May Swing Challenge finishes on Wednesday. However, that's not the end of it. Okay? They know this already. You know, it's kind of like you don't just do stuff for 31 days and then stop. The whole point of it was to get them started and keep going. So, and if you're on my email list, you will have been invited along as well, even if you haven't done the challenge. But that's only to the people on my email list. So if you're not on there, hit the link below and get on it. Basically. So the bleeding obvious. I have adverts on Facebook, and they're kind of, you know, they're there to spark interest. That's what adverts do, okay? But there's certain things you're not allowed to say, certain things you are allowed to say. And the latest one says how bath dads are getting fitter, stronger and healthier, or what is it, finding the youthful exuberance without having to throw up into a bucket or eat quinoa, whatever that is. Now, I've gone out against quinoa. I just know the type of person who I'm talking to will see this all over the shop. Stop eating pasta, stop eating rice, stop eating potatoes, carbs are bad. Just eat vegetables, just eat chicken and broccoli, and have quinoa. Quinoa's good. Go gluten-free for everything, whether you're a celiac or not. I can't start, I'm afraid. I've already spoken to Mark about this. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Quinoa, you know, eat quinoa. Go gluten-free, even if you're not celiac. All of that sort of stuff, right? It's all a load of bollocks. Why would you want to cut a load of stuff out that you can eat anyway, right? Paul Hurley knows about this, because he didn't cut a load of stuff out. He did. He cut some stuff out, but that was like drinking stupid amounts of Pepsi Max every month and all that sort of stuff. The excessive stuff. Anyway. Exactly, Andre. It can be a pain. So anyway, this advert says that how to find a youthful exuberance without having to give a load of stuff up, basically. So some bloke put a comment on it, which is, you know, I get comments on these things, and somebody commented on it and said, "Well, I'll just walk. I'll just go for a walk. Plenty of walking and eat well." The bleeding obvious, right? And it is obvious. And so I just replied and said, well, that works. So good on you. Keep it going. Because it works, right? So why isn't everybody trim? Why isn't everybody of a certain body fat percentage where they're happy? Yeah, well, you can do that, Mark, but that won't work either. But why isn't everybody at a particular body fat percentage where they're perfectly happy with it? Some people are happy, some aren't. You know, I spoke about this the other day. Some people are overweight but don't really care. Other people are overweight and say they don't care when they really do. You know, there's lots of ways of dealing with it. However, it's just easier if, you know, like it's just easier if you're not, and you feel healthier, and there's less that can go wrong health-wise and all of this sort of stuff, okay? But I'm not going to go into all that. What I am talking about is it's obvious. It's obvious. You do a lot of walking and you eat well, you're going to be all right, okay? Now, there's a lot of people who I speak to when I do talk to them, and they say, well, I can't understand it. I'm trying to lose weight, or I'm trying to get stronger, and I just can't. And they'll say, oh, well, but I eat well. So then we'll go through, we might go through what they're eating, or we might just have one simple chat, and then all of a sudden they realise, well, I thought I was, but hang on, how's that bad for you? What about, but the packet says it's light. The packet says it's fat-free, or it's reduced 25% reduced fat, all of this sort of stuff. So when people say, oh, well, I eat well, and that's fine, if you do, basically, as far as I'm concerned, eating well is making your own food, getting ingredients and putting them together in what is known as a recipe, and making food. And a lot of people say they haven't got time for all that and all of that sort of stuff. That's for a completely different time. So the thing is, this is why I say the bleeding obvious, right? We're going to state the bleeding obvious, but the reason why that's holding you back, I've gone blurry. Why have I gone blurry? There. The reason why that's holding you back is because it allows you to make excuses. Because you can say, well, I've tried the bleeding obvious, I've tried walking and eating well, and it didn't work. It didn't work. I didn't lose any weight. But what you might do, is what I used to do, is do a massive walk, or go for a run or something like that, and go, right, I've earned that, so I've earned a bucket of chicken, or I've earned 10 pints. I can go, yeah, I'm going to go down the pub, but I'm not going to have 10 pints, I'm only going to have 3, but I'm going to have 2 bags of crisps, 3 packs of nuts, and a pack of pork scratchings, right? So, you know, these are the things, right? It's obvious to everyone, but it's hard to do, okay? It's not easy. Obvious, but not easy. So I replied to this guy, and so he said, I just do lots of walking and eat well. Brilliant. So I said, it works. That works, so keep it up. And then I don't know what happened because that comment disappeared. But then he Diet Coke tomorrow. Then he or a Snickers, even better. Hey. But then he said, because it's me and another guy, Darren, in the photograph, you know, and he said, well, if I had their muscles, I would do what they're doing. But it's good to see that dads are doing like positive stuff that's not in the gym, because this guy mustn't like gyms, right? I talk to people who aren't that bothered about going to the gym. I'm not particularly that bothered about going to the gym. I'm also not a dad either, okay? However, I know that there's a lot of dads out there who think they haven't got time and don't know what to do, and you know, or they do spend a lot of time in the gym or out running or whatever that they could be spending with their kids, but they're like, no, I want to get fitter and healthier so I can then be fit and healthy to spend time with my kids and keep up with them when they're running me ragged and I'm tired. So they go out and do loads of running, and then when they get back, they're knackered, and then when the kids want something, like, look, son, I'm too tired, look, love, I'm too tired at the door or whatever. Can you give us a minute? I need a shower or whatever. So you're going out and spending time doing the thing that will help you to have more energy to be with your kids, but it's giving you less energy, so therefore you get angry at your kids because you're tired and you haven't got time, and then you've got work to do, and then at weekends you're like, right, well, I'm tired anyway, or I've got to go for a longer run at the weekend if I want to keep trim. You know, this is the thing, this is what people do. Or you say, I haven't got time to do any of that, so you don't, and then you end up in the same place, tired, stressed, knackered. Kids do your head in because you haven't got time, you've got work to do. At the weekend, you're just tired, you just want to sleep, but you can't because the kids are there and you've got lots of stuff to do. Okay, so either way, you're fucked. Basically. Which is why I say to guys who come along to the live sessions I do in the park, the group sessions I do in the park, it's 3 hours a week. That is 3 hours a week and a couple of bits of mobility at home, and that is it. That's all you need, and you get loads more energy. Because there's also a nutrition system involved as well, which is designed for you to be able to eat not whatever you want, but be able to eat recipes that you previously thought you wouldn't be able to eat if you wanted to get trim. So, and it is eaten well because they're all recipes made from scratch, but be able to eat recipes that are designed that are analysed by a dietitian to help you get to where you want to be. To lose body fat, to feel fitter and stronger, to give you energy. It's all based around the macronutrients that you need, which probably means nothing to you, but it's important. However, it takes away all the guesswork for you. You don't even have to think about it. You just eat it, and you eat what is there, and it does it for you. Anyway, I'm digesting now. So it's obvious. It is obvious, right? You walk a lot and you eat well. And then, like I said, this guy then said, well, if I had their muscles, I would do what they're doing. Now, if you look on the Bath Kettlebell Society page, there is this was funny actually, because while I was I was going to do something totally different for this video, but then this comment came up and I was like, right, I need to address this because people are looking at that and thinking, I can't do that. And while I was talking to this guy on that, Claire, who had just started a couple of weeks ago, she's into her 3rd week. This is Claire, a mum of 2, who said she wanted to, lose a bit of weight and feel a bit better and all that sort of stuff. She'd been following Paul Hurley's progress, who's lost 48 kilos. She came in onto the May Swing Challenge. She's now coming down to the park. She just left a review on the Bath Kettlebell Society page to say, I'm a mum of 2. I didn't think I had the time. I wanted to get fitter. I wanted to get stronger, and all of this. Okay, you can read the review on the Bath Kettlebell Society page after you've watched this video, obviously. So this guy is saying, if I had the muscles that you guys have got, I'd be able to do that. The fact of the matter is, he has, unless he's, got one leg or one arm or whatever. He's got the muscles. We all have. We've all got the same muscles, right? It just depends how well they work. So when people say, well, I haven't got the muscles you've got, what they mean is, not me personally as well, because I'm not ripped, right? But they think they're talking like what bodybuilders look like. And bodybuilders have got the same muscle, they're just bigger. And the peak there's a peaking thing that goes on the biceps and all that. I'm not a bodybuilder, I don't know. But that's what people then compare this sort of stuff to. So I just said to him, we all have to start somewhere, but keep up what you're doing. Because we all started, me included, so I'm the guy who trains these guys, I'm the guy who runs this business, I'm the guy who has gone and found out about all this stuff and want to teach it to other people, because I've learned loads about it and it's way beyond what I thought I would be able to do. But I'm not massively muscly. It's because I've learned how to lose body fat without having to give up everything in your diet, while exercising effectively to get you where you want to be, to get that strength without burning yourself out, so you're not knackered after going and doing a 10-mile run, so then you start shouting at the kids because you're tired because you want to have a shower but they want your attention. Without having to do all that, while keeping you strong, fit and healthy for everyday life and beyond, in fact, because that as a byproduct you become stronger than you need to be, really. So yes, it's obvious, you do some exercise and you eat well. So why isn't everybody trim? Because they don't do it, because it is obvious. This is the thing that holds you back. This is why I've said that. Because it is obvious, you can then make excuses as to why you can't do it. And you can use the excuse of, I haven't got the muscles to do it. When everyone's got the same muscles, they're just, some people's are more efficient than others, some people's, there's movement patterns that you should be able to do, and not everyone can. Okay? And then at the same time, I haven't got the muscles to be able to do that. Then we'll get a review in that same time from a mum of 2 who's saying she's getting fitter, stronger and healthier by doing it. So there you have it. It's you don't have to be fit and strong to get fit and strong. You just have to start. And if it's obvious, if you say, well, I need to eat well and do some exercise. Yes, you do. And it is that simple. It's that obvious. However, that's when people say, well, but I've been eating well and it doesn't work. Have you? How do you know? Find out. Find out what is good, what is bad, not necessarily what is bad. It's, what you should probably have less of, which is also obvious as well, because I will only have one bit of cake a day. There was a lass who I used to train. It was quite funny because everything she did, well, it's only once a week. I have a Chinese takeaway, but it's only once a week. Yeah, I had fish and chips for dinner last night from the chip shop, but it was only once a week. I had a takeaway curry last night, but it's only once a week. I had a pizza this weekend, but I only do that at weekends. It's like, fuck me, that's a lot of once a week. So that basically every meal was once a week. Every meal you have is once a week. You only have breakfast once on a Tuesday. So, these are the kind of things we're dealing with. You see, it's obvious, but that's what holds you back, because then you can make excuses. You go, well, it's obvious, so I'll do it next week. It's obvious. I know what to do. I know what to do, so I'll do it. And unless you actually do something about it, it stays the same. Now, if you're happy with that, that's perfectly fine. I haven't got a problem with that. And some people might watch this and go, fuck you, pal. I'm happy. I'm big and I'm proud and I don't care. And that's perfectly fine. You can be like that. Other people will look at it and go, you know, I'm big and I project this lovely happiness over everybody because I'm big and bubbly and all that sort of stuff, and then I go home and stuff my face because I hate it. Because I hate it and I hate myself when I'm at home. And I should do that. Well, not to the extent that some people do, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with it. So then I'd be the most pissed bloke in the pub, joking about it and stuff like that, which was the worst thing to do, because then, like, the more I was drinking, the more bigger it made me, the more unhappy it made me about myself anyway, because I was permanently hungover. So, there you go. It's all out there. It's obvious. It's bleeding obvious, but we still don't do it, and then that's the exact reason why, because it's obvious to most people. Most people know what to do. So, hit the link below. There is a program in there which will help you out with all of this. And I'm going to do, over the next 3 days, I wasn't going to do this either, but I'm going to do it because it's timely. I'm going to do the 3 pillars that you need to be fit, strong and healthy. Okay? So we'll start out tomorrow with part number 1. Okay? And I'll tell you what the 3 pillars are starting tomorrow. So tune in then. Hang on, if people really took note of what they eat throughout the day, there would be... Yes, Paul. Paul is a perfect example of this. A perfect example. As soon as he started, we were using my... Hello, Yusuf, our man in India, how are you doing? Yeah, with Paul, we were using... That was back last year when we were still using MyFitnessPal, which is a good app, but you need to really stay on top of it. And Paul wanted this, so he did stay on top of it. But most other people who have done stuff with MyFitnessPal with have just went, it's, you know, did you track today? Well, I will, I'll put it in tomorrow. And then you forget what you've eaten. You've got to track it as you go. And also, there's a lot of, in that, there's a lot of confirmed recipes of foods, but there's a lot of non-confirmed ones as well. So it's not, you don't know whether I mean, it works, but it's hard going. And for people who have got kids and no time, it's time consuming. So that's why this nutrition system that I've got, which does everything for you, all you have to do is buy the food and make the recipes. Now, when I say you have to buy the food, you can make up a food plan for the week from the recipes, just drag and drop them in, click a button, and it gives you your shopping list. It's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. You don't need to analyze any of the recipes. You don't need to know how much protein, fat and carbs is in them. You don't need to know. It's all done for you. All you do is eat them. You cook them and you eat them. It's like on, what's that, on Mrs. Doubtfire. You see this lot here? You box them, then you ship them. Right? And that lot over there, you box them, then you ship them. And then that lot, you box them, and then you ship them. You got it? And he goes... After you box them, you ship them. Lots of luck, smart ass. So yeah, you cook it, you eat it. Mrs. Doubtfire, by the way, great film. I'll put on a chicken. Hey! Anyway, I'll shut up now. So, go for a walk, eat well, whatever that means. Okay? Small amounts of exercise that are effective and eat well. It's as simple as that. And that's why it's holding you back. So if you want to know why, you need to find out, okay? By hitting the link below. It's all in there. Right. 3 pillars coming at you as of tomorrow. Tomorrow's one I'll be knackered because I'm doing another walk with a bunch of weight on my back. Talk to you tomorrow.